Mr. Speaker, only this Prime Minister could blame the libraries for closing. Now, he needs to understand why his big society idea is in such trouble. It's because up and down this country, libraries, Sure Start centres, citizens' advice bureaus, community centres, including in Hammersmith and Fulham, his flagship council, those things at the very heart of our society are threatened with closure. And Mr. Speaker, if it's going so well, why does his own big society advisor, Paul Twivy, say this idea is increasingly loathed by the public?
Yeah. We're all waiting for his big idea. Yes, Mr. Speaker, and we have got it. We've got their big idea. Labour have published their fresh new ideas. The tree was chopped down, and there is absolutely nothing in it. We all knew he wanted a blank page, but no one thought he'd publish a whole book of them. What are his plans? What are his great ideas? He hasn't got a single idea for making this country a better place. And instead of sniping, why doesn't he actually join in and work out how we could build a bigger society in our country?
Mr. Speaker, I do say to him, he shouldn't get so angry, it'll cloud his judgment. He's not the first Prime Minister I've said that to. Mr. Speaker, doesn't the Right Honourable Member for Halton, Price and Howden get to the truth behind the Prime Minister's motives? He says, the Right Honourable Member, he says, if you talk about the small state, you sound like Attila the Hun. But if you talk about the big society, people might think you're Mother Teresa. I have to say, after what he's doing to charities up and down this country, nobody's going to think he's Mother Teresa. Isn't the truth being exposed day by day? He's cutting too far and too fast, and society is becoming smaller and weaker, not bigger and stronger.
The problem with everything the Right Honourable Gentleman has said is that all of the cuts we are having to make is because of the complete mess he made of the economy. And that is the background for this whole debate. And I have to say to him, we now know what they think of the inheritance they left us. Because the Shadow Chancellor has said this: I don't think we had a structural deficit at all in that period. That is what he said. And the Institute for Fiscal Studies say, by the eve of the financial crisis, the UK had one of the largest structural deficits in the developed world. Can I just advise the Honourable Gentleman, the first stage of recovery is to recognise you've got a problem. Because the truth about that party opposite, they doubled the debt, they let the banks rip, they bankrupted the country, and their only message is, let us do it all over again.